G'day everybody and welcome back to our playthrough of Dinkum, where we are now on episode 87 or 88, I can't remember now, but anyway, in the previous episode we finally managed to decide what to do with our spring crop, and yeah, due to some availability issues we decided to just go with a whole bunch of onions and a whole bunch of potatoes. Hopefully, we'll be able to see some harvest sometime very soon. But anyway, as usual, let's get started with dealing with the farm work. Now, in the previous episode, we also managed to speak to Franklin, and yeah, we commissioned him to create ourselves a jet ski. So we're going to be able to hoon around on the water pretty soon. In fact, we should actually check the inbox here just to see if we're gonna get that jet ski today. I'm pretty sure that's it. So here's the jet ski you ordered. Thank you very much. Nice. All right. Exciting times. So we will actually have to go to the water and just place that where we're keeping the boat, or actually alternatively we might actually be able to keep it right behind the house if we wanted to as well. You know what, I can't wait, so let's just do that now. Ooh, actually there is a croc there, so it is a little bit dangerous, but anyway. Ah, nice. Let's just give this a go for a little bit. Ah, damn. Yeah, that is a hell of a lot quicker. Alright, I don't want to forget to do all of the farm work though, so let's just go back and yeah, we'll have a play around with this another time, because there's plenty of stuff to do. So we'll leave that there. You know what, I think maybe it might be a good idea for us to set up some form of jetty area, you know, just to make it look a little bit nicer, as if our house has like a private jetty or something like that. What are we doing here? Ah yes, I need the milking bucket as well. And let's just fill the watering can up. Now one thing that I am thinking of doing is actually seeing if we can craft the copper watering can. I'm not entirely sure what the next tier of watering can would do, but my assumption at this stage is that it will hold a lot more water, so it wouldn't have to go fetching for water all the time. But anyway, we'll see once we craft it. The scarecrow seems to be doing a good job fending off all the birds, and all of the gates seem to be doing a pretty good job at keeping all of those roos out of the crop areas. So I think things are looking pretty good for the farm so far. But I think I mentioned this maybe the last episode or a couple of episodes ago, but maybe we want to think about expanding the farm a little bit, maybe having like another patch for some other type of crop. Don't know yet though. What I do know for certain though is once we do get the sugarcane harvested, we're going to convert that all into wheat, because I don't really think that we need sugar that often, but the wheat we definitely need to use quite a bit more. And another thing that I'm also going to do right now is actually just rearrange this a little bit. See if I can put that somewhere like that, and yeah, make sure that Julia can actually get in and out of the stall a little bit easier. So hopefully that's the case. But anyway, let's do a little bit of milking here. Very good. Give Julia a nice pat. And let's do some shearing. Very good. And I haven't actually seen a different type of resource aside from just the normal wool. Now what I'm saying is that I've been petting Faye every day, but she's not really giving me anything else except this wool, whereas for Julia, she's giving me this high-quality milk, because I've been petting her pretty much ever since she's got here, so every single day. Alright, putting all of those things away. Just trying to think, guys, whether or not I'm missing anything here. Fertilizer is going. Ah, yes, almost forgot, but we do need to feed the chooks, so let's do that. And we should gather up some eggs as well. I only saw one egg. That's okay. Ooh, actually, maybe there's an egg here. Yes, there you go. Hidden away in the in the coop. All right, let's put the animal feed away, and yeah, let's go into town. I did mention in the previous episode, guys, that I think we should look at trying to do some of those tasks that we picked up from the bulletin board, because I think we are running out of time for that. We did take a picture of Melvin recently, right? I think we have to have a chat with Fletch. See if we can make a little bit of dink from selling her the photo. Hello there, Blue. What can I do for you? Let's chat. Oh, what do you want to chat about? I did that thing for you. You got the photo for me? I sure did. Great, can't wait to see it. Here you go. Wow. This is a great photo, Blue. Thank you for taking this for me. Can I keep it? I'll pay you 4,000 dink for it. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Blue. Here's 4,000 dink. Nice. Okay. And while we're here, I just want to quickly have a quick look at the licenses. Anything new we can get into? Metal detecting, farming, cargo. Now, someone in the comments did mention something about a agricultural license, but I'm not seeing that anywhere. Am I missing something here? So we got the farming license to max, and someone was saying perhaps maybe there's an agriculture license that would then unlock those sprinklers. But it doesn't seem to be here. Maybe there's something that I need to do before it would unlock, but anyway, that's okay. Let's get on with the day. I do want to speak to Theo, because I feel like we might actually have a couple of things that we need to give him. Oh, actually, no, it doesn't seem like it. Funnel web spider, he definitely already has for the museum. For some reason, I thought that there was something that we needed to give him, but maybe we accidentally sold it off. That is definitely a possibility. Anyway, alright, let's spin the wool, and we'll get a few things going here before we set out to do a few additional tasks. So I think maybe we can afford to do a little bit more smelting. Just smelt a little bit of everything, and probably also grind stuff up here. That is, if we actually have the ingredients for it. Actually, we don't even have any wheat, and I don't think we've got any more sugarcane to grind up. We could grind up some corn. In fact, I actually don't really know if we would use corn for anything else aside from animal feed. Let's take a look. Okay, so I see the tomatoes and onions needing to be used for the garden salad. I don't know where we can get cabbage from? Maybe we have to grow this in summer? Yeah, I'm not really seeing any need for corn anywhere, guys. Okay, well, if there is no use for corn, then we may as well be grinding this up into animal feed, to be honest, because, yeah, otherwise they'll just really be sitting around doing nothing. So, alright, let's put the corn away though, and let's just continue a little bit more smelting, and once we do that, we shall set off. And I think what we do need to do today is do that investigation that Theo wants us to do, because I believe there might be a crashed satellite out there somewhere. Now, let's take a look at where we need to go. Alright, right here. Unfortunately, it's not really further towards the west. I would have liked to be able to just go out here and sort of, you know, lay down some more paths at the same time, but you know what? Maybe we could still do that. Maybe we can start laying down some paths towards this this bridge here. And to be honest, maybe we should also bring another bridge with us and see if we can maybe lay down one more bridge maybe around here. So let's see. I kind of forgot what we need to actually create another bridge, so maybe just a simple gumwood bridge would be nice. So we need gumwood planks and nails. Alright, I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. So gumwood planks, and do we have any nails sitting around somewhere? Yes, we do. Alright, I think we might have what we need. Okay, and there we go. Alright, and let's create a few more rock paths, because I think we're going to need heaps and heaps of these. Okay, very good, very good. And yeah, I think maybe we should just get this whole thing started in terms of going out and yeah, laying down the paths and laying down the bridge, and of course investigating the crashed satellite. Almost forgot about the milk. Let's just chuck the milk away as well. Ooh, actually, speaking of milk, we did pick up that recipe for a cheese maker, right? So we should actually take a look at that and see if we can make some cheese, or start making some cheese rather. Okay, got a couple of bags of flour, which we should put away. That spider, I suppose we should sell it to John, but yeah, before we get going, I do want to check out Threadspace, guys, because it's been open since yesterday, but we didn't get a chance to visit, so... Wow, very nice. Look at that. Sort of a bit of a boutique going on. Round glasses. Do we have a pair of round glasses? I think we might. Tradie pants. We definitely have tradie pants. White pants. We've got white pants as well. These rainbow sneakers, though, we don't have. Alright. You know, that would look great on you, Blue. That'll be 3,600. Sure. I'll buy it. And let's see. I mean, since, you know, her relationship is only barely 2 hearts, maybe we should see if she needs anything. Oh wow, I noticed you've got 5 apples on you. I'd like to buy 5 apples you're carrying. How does 720 sound? Sure. Okay, that was very easy. And one more thing we should do before we leave is go to the bank, and we should actually put away all of the money that we're carrying, because this is getting a little bit uncomfortable. Show me my account. So let's put maybe 300,000 away. Alright, very nice. So we do still have a large debt to pay off. I think it's like 180,000, but I'm pretty sure that we'll be able to make all that money pretty quickly, so we won't really use up the savings for that unless we absolutely have to. Actually, sorry, let's put on the rainbow shoes, because why not, right? Okay, and since we're here, let's just put away these shoes, and I suppose we shouldn't really be carrying around all this fertilizer as well, so... And maybe we can put the animal feed away. Alright, looking good. Ooh, forgot about all this honey. Let's grab all of that. And, yeah, I think it's time to go. Now, as far as I remember, all of the investigation requests are really just crashed satellites. Now, it'll be interesting to see whether or not there has been any changes with the recent update on how these quests work, and whether or not they that actually, you know, get you to look at investigating other things rather than just crashed satellites all the time. But I guess we're about to find out. And hoping maybe we'll be able to get back and speak to John before 6 o'clock, because I would like to sell him some creepy crawlies if we can. So I think it's these monarch butterflies that we've not actually seen before, so I might bring one of those to Theo and see what he says about them. Righto, so it is yet again another crashed satellite, so I think we need the hammer for this one. Alright, whole bunch of green boards. Not too bad, actually. Okay, so as I said, since we're here, let's see if we can continue the pathway and yeah, try and get this pathway leading towards the bridge over that way. So let's do this. Probably want to get rid of a few things here. So these bones can go. And yeah, a whole bunch of spinifex here needs to go as well. So let's do that. Yeah, it'd be much nicer if we had the scythe with us, but, you know, I can't really justify carrying the scythe all the time because we don't really use it that often, and obviously it is primarily a farming tool, but definitely the best tool out there to get rid of grass and bushes and stuff. Okay, so I sort of wanted to curve that along there, so we're not really going the right way. Let me just fix this up a little bit. Alright, very good. And let's continue. That tree is likely going to have to go. Wait a second. Wait a second, wait a second. Okay, I've got a whole bunch of bush devils here as well, which I am not too keen on trying to fight. Where is the bridge? Must be over there somewhere. Let me just see if I can just quickly find the bridge first. And that way it might make a little bit more sense as to how we plan these roads. Okay, I feel like the terrain has definitely changed around these parts. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit difficult, guys, because I don't really see the terrain being very conducive for this road. Might actually have to think about building a ramp or something like that that can go above. When I say ramp, I mean steps. But anyway, I think we might hold off for now, because that is going to be a tall order, and I feel like that might be like an all day type of task. Okay, it is almost 6 o'clock. I wonder if we can get back in time. Let's go. Probably not. I don't think it's happening, guys. That's alright, let's turn back around. And as I said, I am going to try and lay down another bridge. Let's just check our inventory here. Okay, so we've still got a little bit of space to work with. That's not such a big deal if we don't sell stuff to John right this moment. But I am keen on trying to lay down another bridge if we can. Actually, let's go this way. Now, I guess this is the time where having one of those power tools would have been really, really helpful, right? Because you could essentially level out that hill very, very quickly if you wanted to. But we're not there yet. Don't think we have that kind of money to spend on those tools. But at some point, I suppose we might be sitting on quite a lot of money, and we should be able to do that. But for now, just have to work with what we've got. Ah, yes, and I keep forgetting, but I should really be constantly eating all day, because recovering the stamina does take a while if you only rely on apples. Alright, are we in the position that we want the bridge in? I think we sort of want to go that way a little bit more. Okay, is this right? Actually, this is not so bad. And maybe the road that we've been building, maybe it should just connect here, rather than trying to connect to that bridge. And then we can have maybe another road that sort of connects to that bridge. And the road can sort of meet up in the middle. I don't know. Just thinking out aloud, guys. I'm not really entirely sure what good looks like, but hey, as long as it looks nice and it's traversable, I'll be pretty happy. Gonna have to clear up a whole bunch of these rocks, though. Let's just have a little bit more dinner. Now these termite nests, guys, you know, we've definitely seen termite nests really since we've started playing this game, but I've never actually seen a use for them, so I've always been selling termite nests to John. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but yeah, if you guys have any idea what the termite nests are for, let me know in the comments, and yeah, I might consider whether or not I should be keeping some of them. Oh lord, okay. Let's dance. Let's do it. Oh my god. That was too easy. I almost feel bad for the croc now. Alright, yeah, I think that's good. Now that I think about it, guys, with the steps now available, you could technically build steps that would go up onto the bridge, and that might actually elevate the bridge from the water. So yeah, it'd be interesting to maybe give that a try. I see something in the water over here. Just quickly grab that. Very good. And a whole bunch of stuff here. A flame sack. A couple of flame sacks. I'm guessing some bush devils had a little bit of trouble with some crocs. Alright, let's see if we can just continue to clear up some of the rocks over here. I feel like I'm just demolishing the nest of these bush devils. Need to be extra careful here because I don't really have a lot of stamina, and those bush devils are awfully close, so... Okay, not bad. I would like to clear out some of these bones and stuff, though. They're not the nicest look. Okay, they seem to be ignoring me for the time being. I think maybe they can't really get down from there. So, yeah, that's okay. I'm okay with that. We'll keep it like that. Now, one other thing is the other citizens of Wuyan don't really seem to make it out too far from the town. You know, none of them seem to, you know, jump on bikes or do anything and leave the town. So these roads are really just for my benefit, but, you know, I wish that the NPCs would do a little bit more than just, you know, hang about the town. But, you know, I guess that's not too bad. One thing that I do suspect at the moment, though, is based on some of the comments that I've been seeing, is that they would actually help out with the farms and stuff. But because I've got the farm positioned sort of a little bit far away from the town, that's not really happening right now. So... Look, unless I want to spend all of that time shifting the farm and maybe even the house closer to town, I guess we're just going to have to deal with the farm ourselves without any help of any of the other people in Wuyan. But anyway, that's going to be our life for a while. That tree I'm definitely going to cut down, so... Maybe not this episode, because we actually don't really have a lot of inventory space to work with. So, for now, the tree shall stand. Alright. Yeah, and I'm guessing really the terrain has sort of changed because of the change in season, so this is sort of a really weird formation. But anyway, we'll work with it. And yeah, I just hope that, you know, every time things sort of rearrange and stuff, it doesn't really destroy any of the roads that we work on. Because, yeah, we put in a lot of time and effort to do all of that. Alright, we are still running on fumes, it seems. Okay, so now that we've got a bridge going here, perhaps maybe we should extend the road out a little bit more. And, yeah, maybe placing another bridge somewhere around here might do us some good. And yeah, all of Wuyan is pretty much going to be connected with roads and bridges by the time I'm done. So, let's see. Maybe we should just place a bit of a marker here. X marks the spot. And let's put a few more rock paths down. And I think that's really going to be the day, guys. Now, we didn't really get to play around with the jet ski too much, but we will do that when we get a little bit more time on our hands. Okay. Maybe we sort of want the bridge somewhere here. But the elevation over on the other side looks like it's a little bit higher, so we might need to think about that. That's okay. Alright, well, it is almost 12 o'clock, so I am heading back, guys. Just going to see if there's anything I can do before we call it a day. We could probably just put a few things in storage and stuff. But yeah, let's grab the bike and go back. Not a bad day. We did check out Threadspace, so Threadspace is looking really, really nice. But yeah, I think we didn't really do too much aside from, you know, checking out the crashed satellite and grabbing what we could from there. Yeah, aside from that, only laying down paths as usual. Actually, we do need to speak to Theo, right? To just complete the request, if I'm not mistaken. So, or is that already completed? Oh, okay, it's already completed. So, nothing really for us to do, aside from maybe picking up a few more requests whenever we get to see the bulletin again. There's actually no requests currently, so that's alright. Let's put a few things away here. So, we've got this honey that we can put away. Meat, croc meat. We've got all these flame sacks. I don't know where we're keeping the flame sacks, actually. Ah, yeah, right here. We've got some extra spinifex. Got more bones. Okay, some grass seeds. Feathers. Still don't know what the feathers are used for. Okay. Looks alright. I won't start doing anything else today because I feel like I'll just go into a loop of crafting. But yeah, overall, not a bad day. Not a bad day at all. We might see if we can check out a few of the outlying islands tomorrow, since we now have the jet ski and we should be able to get around a lot quicker. Alright, leave a like, dislike, or a comment or two down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.